play against them. So definitely a learning aspect that we can take from them, being the opponent, picking their game and taking the small things. With them being together for so long, they know exactly what to counter when they see a defensive set. And, we're going to get to that point the more we stay together.
Do you see this as almost like a measuring stick of where you're at right now when you play against a team like that?
Definitely. You can say that. I mean, like I said before, any team that's out there, we feel like we can win. And we know this is not, Indiana how it was Friday. But yeah, just being out there with Steph Curry, Draymond, champions, competing against champions. First of all, that's grateful being on the same floor, but that tells us where we can be in the next 10 games or 13 games next year, whatever the case may be. But we're definitely trickling down in the right direction.
Obviously, you went toe-to-toe with them tonight. How do you feel your game is growing this year?
With my game, I feel comfortable. Everything's been slowing down. It's just really consistency with me. I kind of figured out the whole NBA speed and rhythm and everything like that. So,
what did you guys learn about yourselves, if anything, when you got down big early, you made the run, and you were able to hang with them really most of the game?
Yeah. So this whole season, versus last season, when we get down, typically the game was over last season, but this season you can see, like, when we're down 15, 13, 17, 20, whatever the case may be, we know it's a long game, and we're going to continue to fight. And just working hard, outworking the team, the score is going to take care of itself. So as long as we fight and continue to trust one another and trust our sets and our game plan, then we should be fine.
The three that Steph hit with under minutes ago looked like EG was in a really good position.
Yeah.
What exactly are you supposed to do about that, when you have guys in a tough shot like that?
So I learned this is my 4th year, my 3 years being in the league, that there's people that get paid to hit shots like that. And like they say, good defense, better O. And sometimes that's the case, and tonight was the case. Stephen Curry is the first unanimous MVP. So hitting a shot like that isn't a surprise to me. He hit a game winner over me last year. I think it was his first ever. So like shots like that, honestly, every time he shoots, I think it's going in on it. But yeah, he had a tough one. And like I said, sometimes you just, hey, good shot.
Kevin, can you talk about what you've seen from Jabari Smith Jr. tonight, and what are some of the things that you guys did differently tonight to get him more involved?
Honestly, I feel like it was the same type of flow, but it was him. He was more aggressive. He trusts his shots. He trusts getting into a spot and raising up. He's 6'11" with a beautiful shot. And it's my job to continue to make sure he's aggressive, because he is a big threat offensively and defensively. And the more he can be a threat like he was tonight, the easier it's going to be on the team and more of a help.
Prior to the game, he was going through some type of a slump. What are some of the advice, if any, did you give him, for him to kind of break out that slump, especially knowing that he's coming from a year where he was like the #1 go-to scorer all the time?
You got a long career ahead of you. This is his first year. This is his rookie year. I just tell him really to expect these feelings and moments. It's a long season. It's 82 games, and there's gonna be times where you feel like, feel abnormal and not yourself, and shots not going in. Or sometimes you go against yourself, saying you can't do this, you can't make this free throw, you can't make this shot. But in reality, all you did all your life was work and shoot that shot 1,000 times. So just keeping him in that mindset to keep staying attacking and trusting his work that he's put in is really my what I praise.
How's your back feel?
It's feeling better. I don't want it to be a lingering problem, so we're gonna continue to do treatment every day and basically keep on it.
Did you do something to your leg in the 4th quarter?
Yeah, I think I stepped on Clay's ankle, but I did a lot of ankle work, so I roll my ankles a lot sometimes, but you know, all the strength and conditioning that we do, I'll bounce back off the ankles. So.
Can you talk about what you see from Tari Eason, especially with him being a rookie and just what he brings?
Oh, he brings nothing but energy. Everyone knows what Tari can do, and if you don't know what he can do, come to a game and you're gonna find out. He's been one of our most consistent players. Coming off the bench, giving us a spark almost every time. Steals, I think he came in tonight, got 3 steals, and that kind of started our way back into the game. And him doing that, being energy off the bench is his role. That's what we expect from him, and none less. So 3-4 steals a game, you know, getting offensive rebounds, you know, double-double nights. That's what we expect from Tari. And, you know, he's a rookie. It's a lot, but he can handle it, so. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Disappointing not to get rewarded, but how valuable is this for the young guys, especially the rookies?
Very valuable. Played a great team. We got down big and fought back. We took the lead. We were neck and neck down the stretch, and they had to make some great shots to beat us. We have to learn discipline when it comes to some of the switching things and whatnot. But this is a team that's been together for years and won championships and all that. And we should definitely be proud. And then, like you said, it's disappointing that we didn't get the win for sure. But nobody in that locker room should have their head down.
Going back to the rookies, for them, this is their first experience in this and the way they played.
Both of them played great. I mean, Jabari was all over the place defensively. He was making shots, crashing the offensive glass. Tari's always in the right spot. He's running around, getting offensive rebounds, stealing the ball, taking it coast to coast. And yeah, it's different playing against Golden State because of their movement and the switching and the discipline that you need in order to play against them. So yeah, it was a lesson for sure, but they played good.
What was the key in the comeback? You guys went on a 13-2 run at one point. What was the biggest?
Yeah, it was the second unit. It was Tari, it was KJ, Oots was out there. I think Jae'Sean was out there too with Jalen. And they brought really good energy. And what I like was the poise, right? Like, we knew that they were going to come out and try to hit us over the head right from the start, and they did. But we didn't panic. We stayed the course, and yeah, it just came up short.
How much of the off-ball stuff kind of took you guys off guard, like just, you know, the movement and the cuts and stuff like that?
A lot. Yeah, I mean, the way that they screen and slip, and if you are staying home, they screen so well, but then if you switch and you don't switch properly, they're gonna get the slip to the rim. So yeah, it was all the off-ball stuff. It wasn't necessarily the pick and roll, although they did get, excuse me, rolling with the pick and roll at one point. But yeah, their execution is top of the league, especially off the ball.
Coach, I know it's kind of selfish, you know, it shows on the court, but how much more did you see the Rockets' dynamic change with Kevin Porter Jr. on the court versus what took place on Friday?
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's what he brings with his passion, with his defense, his size, his scoring ability, his ability to make plays for others. We sorely missed that the other day, and if he were out there, that probably would have been a victory for us. So, yeah, we need our whole group.
The performance that you got from Tari and Jabari tonight, is that what you meant the other day when you said about turning the page, fleshing out, you know, the last game that they played?
That's right. You asked me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's the focus of playing the world champs, and then flushing that last game and having the mental fortitude to come out here and play well tonight.
Jabari is matched up with, you know, either Looney, Draymond, or Wiggins. I mean, those guys are no slouches defensively, obviously. You know, what did you see from him to get going and then find his shot again?
We moved the ball well. We got to drive and kick. We used our pick and rolls to get to a pass to another pass, a few hockey assists, and he was aggressive tonight. He got opportunities, 9 threes, which was great, and a few off the offensive rebounds, or one off the offensive rebound. But yeah, for us to kind of keep progressing, we're going to need his progress, and tonight was a good step for him.
Steve, I know you don't have to get your guys up for a game like this, but what does it do for you as a coach when you have an instant spark plug like Jae'Sean, the way he came in the game in the second quarter and helped in that charge of that run there?
It helps. It helps to have like an energy group, right? And he's right at the top of it. Him and KJ especially bring the energy, and then Oos brings great energy as well. So yeah, excuse me, to have Tari out there playing the way that he plays, I mean, he comes up with the basketball. And it's great to have that energy on the floor.
Coach, that's not an easy matchup for him.
No, it's not an easy matchup for him. I thought he did a good job, especially early. And then later it seemed like they were kind of getting to him with the pick and roll a little bit, especially Steph. They were setting a high pick and roll and pulling up. So tough matchup for him. Tough matchup for everybody.
Coach, to have so many of your guys, especially the young guys, have great games against the reigning champs, what do you hope that does for their confidence?
I hope it builds it. You know, I hope that we see that there's an energy that needs to be played with, and an intention, and the energy in the building was great tonight, and that we fed off that for sure. But I also want us to see what it looks like at the end, right? And that Warrior team is what it looks like at the end of it. And I remember when it wasn't so good for them when they were coming up. So, yeah, they need to feel good about the way they played, but also feel good about what's ahead and what's in the future.
Coach, Steph is such a hard cover in terms of the gravity that he brings, but how do you think you guys fared in trying to keep in front of him and blitzing and stuff like that?
We did a pretty good job. I mean, he's hard. He's so hard to guard. And, you know, when you're switching, you got to be up on the switch and take away his three. But then when he gives it up, he's going to get it back and come back around. So, yeah, we did a pretty good job on him. Clay was the one who got away from us, especially early, the early threes. But, yeah, they did what they do.
You shouting out a few coverages tonight?
Yes.
That was from Brian.